Yo, hello guys. This is Mr. Walls repping for Software Effects Academy, and once again, I welcome you back on this channel. Actually, it's been a while. A lot has been happening. A lot of, I got busy with a lot, so I couldn't really, upload YouTube videos. But, I'm back. You start seeing more of YouTube videos, more of educational videos. You know the way we do it. Start seeing it henceforth. So today I'll be talking about Wyckoff accumulation and redistribution. Wyckoff accumulation and redistribution. For those that follow me on Telegram, you know that I've been emphasizing Wyckoff, Wyckoff, and Wyckoff. So today I want to do a little educational video on it, and I'll still be dropping subsequent videos on Wyckoff just to, carry everybody along so that everybody can actually understand the concept and the idea of Wyckoff. So let me share my screen. Let's get along. Let's get along. Let me share my screen. So if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, do well to click the follow button. Do well to, like our videos, turn on the notification bell so that when next an educational content like this is dropped, you'll be the first to see it. And if you would like to, take our free trades on Telegram, check the description box. You're going to see the link right there. You're going to see the link to our Telegram channel on the description box. So just check it, click it. Let's trade together, take our free signals, take our free analysis, and you know, let's win together. Let's win together. And if you would like to be part of our mentorship, when you get to the Telegram channel, you can as well send me a direct message so that you can, begin your Forex journey with Software FX Academy. And I promise you, you begin your Forex journey with us, will take you, from a beginner to an advanced trader, a well-equipped trader. So let me get into Wyckoff. So the idea of Wyckoff is actually a concept, is a way of trading, is an ideology about the market is started by that got started by Richard D. Wyckoff. And this the man. These are this is one of our grandfather, our grandfather in trading. He has started trading way back. His name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Between 1873 and 1934, I believe anybody watching this video at this point in time, I don't think you were around during this time. So he was an early 20th century pioneer in the technical approach to studying the stock market. He is considered one of the five titans of technical analysis. He's considered one of the five titans, and this is what actually caught my attention when I actually came across this book. And if you want this book on Wyckoff, I actually dropped it on our Telegram channel. Do well to check the file on our Telegram channel and download it so that you can get to know more about Wyckoff. Because this video is just going to be a very short one, just to espouse you to the concept of Wyckoff. So it's one of the five titans of technical analysis, and I read a lot. I'm a voracious reader. Immediately I saw this, I was like, no, I need to, read this book and know and actually get, the thought process of this man in approaching the market. So that actually, stimulated my interest in reading this book. And in fact, it was fantastic. It was, I love his idea. So, uh, you know, like I was saying, is one of the five titans of technical analysis, along with Elliot and Merrill. I think Elliot was the one that Elliot wave was named after. So these are great guys. Let me spare you all this history. Just take your grab the book and read. Let's just get into the main thing. Let's get into the main thing. So when you're talking about Wyckoff, is an approach to the market, and is basically based on supply and demand. Supply and demand. As you can see, we have a five-step approach to the market. a five-step approach. Let me just quickly run through the five-step approach. That is determine the present position and probable future trend of the market. And let me spare you with all these stories. I don't want this video to be too long. I don't want it to be too long. So Wyckoff price cycle, and we have our oversold, our overbought, and it's just a way of determining when the market is oversold, overbought, and we have our loss that we have to consider, and that's the law of supply and demand. Just like I told you, Wyckoff is all about supply and demand, supply and demand, supply and demand. So uh, this is actually coming. So when you talk about Wyckoff, you know, all these faces you have seen before me is just simply pointing to the fact that when a consolidation is taking place in the market, when you have a consolidation, when you see consolidation, market is just creating something like equal highs, equal lows, market is moving sideways. That's actually a Wyckoff process taking place. Whenever you see a ranging market, that's a Wyckoff process taking place, because after an expansion to a particular direction, whether the market has gone bullish for a while or gone bearish for a while, the market will need to, reaccumulate or redistribute before there's a major move again. And whenever the market is consolidating, that is simply Wyckoff process taking place. So in the case of a buy, these are the events that will take place in the case of a buy. You have your PS, your SC, that's preliminary support, your selling climax automatically, that's a selling test, selling ST, that's our selling test, retest of our sell of this sell area. The test of this cell area, then we eventually have a spring test, last point of support, then sign of strength, then the market moves to the upside, boom. So when you have your consolidation, these are the processes that are taking place. You don't have to get yourself bored with the name, but just have the idea. The idea is what actually, the important thing that, okay, in the process of a consolidation, you must understand what is taking place, and you must know this, you must understand the phases that you have your preliminary support. And let's break it down. Our PS is a preliminary support. That's in the case of after an expansion to the downside and the price is about to reaccumulate. Well, when you have a consolidation before you buy, that is reaccumulation. And when you have a consolidation before a sell, that is redistribution. So in this case, this is a reaccumulation process. You can see accumulation Wyckoff event. This is the case of a buy. So we have a preliminary support. At this point where substantial buying begins to provide pronounced support after a prolonged down move. After a prolonged down move, we have an expansion to the downside. So at this point, the buyers are beginning to come in, buying orders are beginning to come in, but the sellers are still pushing the market, but the buying pressure is not enough to take the market back up. So, but it has started coming in. Just for instance, if the banks or the big institution, if they want to place their order is always so big that they don't just come in once with the order. They break it down. For instance, they want to place a lot size of, let's say, a lot size of 20 million US dollar lot size. They want to use it in buying. So what they do is let's say they place let's say 2 million US dollars, 2 million US dollars, 2 million US dollars, 2 million US dollars. They just scatter it till they eventually, put in all the $20 million lot size, then the market will eventually move. So that's what actually takes place. When the big boys are coming in, they scatter in their lot sizes because their order is so much that they can't come into the market at once. So, buying pressure has started coming into the market after a prolonged sell to the downside. So we have buying pressure here. So preliminary support, that's why you see the market has been coming up, but yeah, it has, the buying pressure is coming in, but the selling pressure is still very much at that point in time. So at this point, we have selling climax. Selling climax, that is the point at which widening spread and the selling pressure usually climaxes, and heavy of panic selling by the public is being absorbed by larger professional interests at or near a bottom. So we have automatic rally. Most times when you have automatic rally, it's going back to retest, the PS. Automatic rally, which occurs because intense selling pressure has greatly diminished. So a wave of buying easily pushes price up. This is further fueled by short covering. The high of this rally will help define the upper boundary of an accumulation TR. So let's move to secondary test. Okay, secondary test. I was trying to say secondary test the other time. So secondary test in which price revisits the area of the selling climax. Price revisits the area of the selling climax, to test supply demand balance at these levels. The test is to go back there to test the supply and demand at these levels. So, okay, this is spring. Spring or shakeout usually occur late within within a TR and allow the stock dominant player to make a definitive test of available supply before a markup campaign unfolds. Okay, let me show you something here. So this is spring. After we have all these processes, a spring will eventually take place. No, that's the kind of liquidation of the market that actually, liquidity has built up here. So a spring will actually take place. Take all the liquidity that is here because the banks, the big institutions, when they want to come into the market, they want to move, they want to buy. They need some set of people there has to be when you are buying, there has to be a correspondent seller. So they need to to absorb all the sales, then move the market. That's why, you would have had this if you are conversant with smart money concept that the big institution, they sell in order to buy and they buy in order to sell. So that's what happens there. So for those that are waiting for break and retest, they will think probably the market is going down here. But if you understand that it is a Wyckoff accumulation process that is taking place, immediately you see this is where I like to buy. I like to buy at the spring or at the LPS. That's where I like to get into the market because at the spring, this will be a crazy sniper entry when you take your buy from here. It's the last shakeout to absorb all the sales, then the market will go up. So, and for the illustrations I've sent into the Telegram channel, especially on V50 index, we took a trade on V50 index. That was a sell. I actually called the trade at UTAD. So, I'll show you a live example. So let's just go on. So that's a spring will actually take place, and let me show you that of a redistribution process here before we go to a live chart. So in the case of a redistribution process, we have preliminary supply, the buying climax, secondary test, automatic rally, strength of sign of weakness in phase B. Then this is UTAD test. Sometimes we don't have UTAD test. It depends. It doesn't come the same way every time. Sometimes you have UTAD alone. Sometimes you don't have UTAD test. After UTAD, the market goes down. You have your last point of supply. Then sign of weakness, the market goes down. It's just like the opposite of redistribution is the opposite of reaccumulation. Redistribution is the opposite of reaccumulation. So just get that in mind. So let me take you to V50 trade that we took on our Telegram channel. Let me share my V50. Okay, this is my V50. So this is what takes place. This is an expansion to the upside. A series of buying Market, the price has been going up. Market, the buyers has been pushing the market up. All of a sudden, you have consolidation. Then the market will reverse from there. Then before the market goes up, you have consolidation. The market will go up. So this is a redistribution. This is a reaccumulation. And let me take you to a live chart and show you stuff on a live chart. We took a beautiful trade on uh on V50. Let me show you. We took a beautiful trade on V50 index, and I will show you. Okay, I'll show you. Oh, please don't mind me. My network is a little bit crappy, but I just have to make this video and explain something. So, okay, this is the trade. The trade is still, it has not gotten to our take profit point, but let me break it down. So, here between this red line and blue line, we actually have a supply zone. A supply zone. So let me break this trade down. We have a supply zone here. Now, let me show you what I was saying before the trade actually took place. Let me show you what I was saying. Okay, my network is very slow, but okay, fine, it's opening. So let me show you what I was saying. It is a very beautiful trade. In fact, beautiful sniper trade. It came as a sniper, beautiful sniper trade. I need to show you. I so much love this setup. Okay, let me still show you from there. Yeah. Okay. So for those that are coming across this channel for the first time, just like I mentioned the other time, if you want to join our free analysis and free trades, check the description box. You see the link to our Telegram channel. Please do well to join us there. We have a Telegram channel for currencies. We have for synthetic indices. Join us and take our free trades. Let's win together. So from this side, from this area to this side, this is an expansion to the upside. You see, the market has been bullish. The market has been bullish, but all of a sudden, the market started slowing down, and I spotted all this. This is my preliminary. This is my preliminary supply. This is my preliminary supply. Then this is my buying climax, my automatic rally. Then BC test. That's buying climax test. Then this when you see this is actually 15 minutes. This is how you get to know what's actually taking place. I usually spot the consolidation on 4 hours. When you have a series of 4 hours candle trapped in the same place, like for at least four, that's about 16 hours. Then I come down to my 15 minutes time frame to break it down like this. So this is a sign of weakness, break of structure here. Just a slight break of structure, that's a sign of weakness. Then the market now created liquidity here, equal highs. So it was from there I was looking for my UTAD to take place. And you remember I told you that this is also my supply zone. So this consolidation was taking place just right below my supply zone. So in fact, immediately I saw this, I just knew that price will tap me into my supply zone because UTAD has not taken place. This UTAD does not, that's up trust after distribution. Selling orders has been coming in. So the last shakeout, just like spring that I explained in the case of reaccumulation. So this is the opposite of UTAD. So I saw these equal highs. I know that price will return to take out these equal highs and give me UTAD and tap into my supply zone. So what I did on the group is I dropped the sell limit and price tapped us in, and lo and behold, it has been a very beautiful and juicy trade. Look at it, price has been going down after tapping us in. Just because I understand Wyckoff, I understand what the market was about to do. And we caught it right. That's why I like to take my trade. I tell my guys that, see, look to take your trade at UTAD. If you locate your UTAD and you take your trade at UTAD, look, see, price never returned to it. Price was just coming close, but price never returned to UTAD. And it has been a beautiful scene. all the way from there to the downside. It has been a very beautiful scene all the way from there to the downside. Let me show you another scenario, another beautiful trade that we took on the crash 500. I also called it on the group. Let me show you. It was a very beautiful setup as well. Very beautiful setup. I love it on crash 500. I trade indices a lot, and Wyckoff happens everywhere. When you check on your currency trade, you see Wyckoff. When you check on synthetic trade, when you check on indices of all kinds, you see Wyckoff taking place everywhere. Wyckoff happening everywhere. Okay, this is the one on crash 500. Crash. Okay, we've been having a downward trend. The market has been coming down, coming down, coming down. All of a sudden, the market started slowing down. Then I have my PS here, preliminary support. Then my selling climax, automatic rally, selling test, and there's a buildup of liquidity here, and this sign of strength, SOS, sign of strength. So here you can see that there is a little difference here. Price didn't give us that spring, the last, that will shake out the market before the upward move. But, if you understand Wyckoff, you are going to know what is actually happening. And the market actually reaccumulated and moved very well. The market moved very well, and look at it, pretty move to the upside. So that's actually, like I told you, for you to have a complete process of Wyckoff, I actually like to go on the 4 hours time frame and see a series of 4 hours candle locked up in a particular area, maybe after an expansion to the upside or an expansion to the downside. Then I come down to 15 minutes like this, just to break it down on 15 minutes like this. I like to come to 15 minutes and break it down like this and locate my areas on 15 minutes and look for my spring or U-turn to take my trade. So in case you have further question about Wyckoff, you can as well send me a direct message on Telegram, send me a direct message on Instagram, on any of my handles. When you go to the description box, you see our handles, Twitter and all. Send me a direct message as soon as I see it. I'll get to your reply immediately. So that's it about Wyckoff. It's just for you to understand, the supply and demand, and you can use it for confirmation of your smart money entries. Maybe on your PO high, you look for my Wyckoff takes place on every time frame, on higher time frame, on 1 minute time frame, on every time frame. So you can use it for confirmation of your trades at any point in time. But if you still want to read further, the PDF I showed you, it's already on our Telegram channel. Do well to go there, download it, read it. I tell my people, seek knowledge more than you trade. But the opposite is what people try to do. They're always looking for how to trade, take signal, and all. And people don't want to go for knowledge, but seek knowledge more than you trade, and that will help you at the end of the day. So thank you for believing in us. Just like I used to tell you always, we celebrate you always, and we look forward to having you some other time. It's your man once again, Mr. Walls _ BFX, the only one with Bachelor of Forex, and that is me. See you some other time, guys.